All right, so as described in the title, I'll be going over the Christmas update, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before we do all that, you understand that the algorithm sucks ass, correct? So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do your part. Like the video, dweeb. And for those of you that are not regulars on the channel, you can drop it whenever. First, let's talk about the characters because everyone got something out of this update. Some got reworks, others got buffs. And yes, I'm using the word buff. More than half these characters did not get reworks. All right. With that said, Bobette is still bad. First of all, they did not rework her primary ability. It still has its issues that people a year ago complained about, such as the ability to not move while in said present, which, I'm sorry, just makes you vulnerable during high traffic, especially in the later floors when more and more Twisteds spawn. Her second ability got a massive buff, and I'll admit, it's a very good one. It's basically Tisha with a hint of stamina candy on steroids. While it's very good, the utility sucks. And what do I mean by that? In most scenarios where you want to help your team, you could end up putting yourself in a vulnerable position or bother your distractors. So I'll explain that in the next portion, which is her stats. Bobette's stats have not been touched at all. This is what makes her very bad. It's obvious that Dandy's World team wants her to be a self-sustaining semi-support character, but she fails at both. She sits at 4-star skill check, 3-star movement speed, and 5-star stamina. The rest are 2 stars. I'm sure you could already see the issue. It's mainly her speed and stealth. Most of the time, she cannot catch up with most toons, even with speed trinkets. She has all this stamina, but you end up wasting most of it by trying to catch up with your teammates or running to and fro from one end of the map to the other. It would be nice if you could help your distractor who needs a speed buff or a slight stamina regeneration, right? But you can't really do that since you're sitting at 2-star stealth. You'll end up aggroing all the Twisteds onto you, ruining their train. I mean, you could fix this with diary, but you're sacrificing speed as stated prior. You already have a hard time catching up to your teammates. This only worsens it. And also, let's not forget that your diary here wouldn't be good if your distractor is a toon with 3-star stealth. Overall, they really need to change Bobette's stats in order for her to be more effective, especially if she's meant to be this self-sustaining support toon. Honestly, they could really help her out if they took 1 star from extraction, which I don't even know why she's at 2-star extraction. Not like it helps anyways, but put this into stealth, take 2 stars from stamina, and put this into movement speed and skill check, or both into movement speed. Regardless of however way you want to cut it, she needs to be faster and more stealthy. I just don't think her current stats helps her in her endeavor. All right, that was a lot, so let's go over Cole. She too got a buff, not a rework. Her cooldown went from 100 seconds to 30. That's it. To me, this is still bad. Her issue has always been that she can't help other toons decipher what items were scanned. First of all, she scans every single item, which clutters your screen. They're all highlighted in the same exact color. Only 2 items are named, that being capsules and tapes. Honestly, if they really want to help her, color code the items so that players can have an easier time picking up what they're seeking from the scan, or give people the option to pick what they want to see scanned. Overall, a quality of life change would make Cole more effective. Reducing the cooldown, while great, doesn't resolve the cluttering issues. Next, we got Rudy. He actually receives a speed boost this time around. Prior, his ability forced speed to a specific stat, which in turn would have briefly slowed you down. I even had no idea of this, but again, a buff, not a rework. Though, this time around, it's good. Next, they really should just make her the main instead. Ginger. She actually got a rework. Her playstyle is entirely different. She's just a better version of Sprout. At the cost of 100 tapes, she could fully heal toons. So if you're at 1 heart and you're a non-main, you can get all your hearts back. For Sylvester, this means you get 3 hearts back. And if for whatever reason they decided to add a character that has more hearts than that, well, she can heal all of that too, theoretically. She has a shorter range and needs to hold down the button for this ginger cookie silhouette to appear. When full, she heals. This is a good rework because this makes her different from Cosmo, but at the cost of making her similar to Sprout, only better. They might have to buff him, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's still some things to criticize over though. Like, her movement speed does not fit what her intended playstyle was meant to be. She's already mid at extracting and skill check, so take some of those stats and put them into movement speed. But yeah, so far, so good. I think these reworks and buffs really undermine quite a few characters though. As stated prior, for example, Sprout, there's no reason to play him. Or Tisha, for that matter, when Bobette and Ginger are a thing. They really need to find a balancing guy, man. I don't think they know what they're doing, to be honest with you. All right, next thing on the list is the new event floor, which is iced over. This recently got a nerf because of course it did. Basically, floor becomes ice and super slippery. You get a speed boost every time you press the shift button. Your controls are a lot harder for sharper turns, so depending on the situation, this event floor could be in your favor or against. In areas where it could be your favor, open maps are your best friend when it comes to this floor event. You can speed blitz to the other side with ease, you can outmaneuver Twisteds. Even as a slow toon, you could distract, which is absolutely insane. Overall, great. But on the other side of the coin, if you get an enclosed map, this will be a total and absolute nightmare. I mean, I like it. It's meant to be challenging, meant to be anti-distractor. I didn't even think they would add anything gameplay-wise. But here we are. The only issue is that it's temporary. You know, Danny's World is already lacking in gameplay loop, so removing this does not help at all. Kinda wish it was permanent, but maybe outside the season, it could be in a weakened state. So another nerf wouldn't hurt if we wanted this to be permanent. I'm only saying this because the high floor morons just keep crying about it. You know that Danny's World wasn't really meant to go past like floor 20 to 30, right? Anyways, that's deviating from the point. As soon as the season comes back around, though, it should go back to its difficult state, but overall, good. Next, we have Quest, and man, I love the Quest. It gives people like me, and even new players, a reason to come back to this game. Some of the tasks are challenging, most notably at the moment, Ginger beating floor 20. It's very fun, man. I actually got a kick out of it. And for the first time in forever, I was actually playing Danny's World off camera. What quests basically do is it gives you an objective, and by the end of said objective, you get a reward. In other words, progression. It kind of feels like Mastery 2. I just wish they also did this outside the season. They were clearly testing the waters out with the Care Bears event, and this is the more fleshed out version. I would love if every month there was a quest to get a skin. It gives players a reason to come back, even during downtime. If they could pump out a bajillion, million, gillion skins in a month, then they could easily make like 1 to 3 for the downtime. Overall, though, good. Next, the Twisteds. Good as usual, still very threatening. My only issue is Bobette, though. I and several people who have played the first Christmas event noticed that she still feels very slow and sluggish. I've seen her get distracted when the original Bobette could not be distracted at all. She was very anti-distractor. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy, but she doesn't feel unnerved. Regardless though, the intention of making her a threat again is really nice. All right, maps. Good. One of them even has a semi-floor event in an isolated area, so that's cool. Trinkets, still ugly. So ass, man. I mean, dude, you think a 10% speed debuff trade for a 10% stealth decrease is good? You're insane. I'm sorry, you're just insane. Plus, Bobette's trinket is still not that great. I already talked about her speed problem, so trading a speed trinket for toy kit isn't worth it. Only 2 toons benefit from it, and both toons don't even need it. Again, very ugly. Skins, I'm not gonna bother. It's in all categories. Very subjective, so you can give your takes. I don't care. The Play-Doh Christmas cookies, you know, no complaints from me. It's free tapes for the healers, a free speed boost for running 2 machines or escaping Twisteds. It's basically a semi-Tisha and an item. Yeah, it's not Tisha's season. This one is good, though. The Advent Calendar. This one is good. There's no reason to complain about free ornaments and stickers, with the ending being a free Danny's World modded skin. I mean, if you want to argue about the amount or the rewards themselves, that's fine. I personally don't care. It's free, so no complaints from me. Well, that's pretty much it. If I missed anything, it was with intention. I don't care about Dandy or Dial getting new fits, nor do I care about the roleplay realm or lore. And that's it. Overall, this update was good. I was expecting it to just be another grindfest slot, but they really subverted expectations this time around. It's a good update for both new and veteran players. Gosh, man, I hate this fandom trying to revert everything. I'll talk about that in another video. And with that, I'm going to be calling it here. Goodbye. Goodbye.